position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. That's exactly what this guy embodies.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Tigers are on the move. The give from the gun. Turns it on midfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want.
Breaks away on the left. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again and go score a TD.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's not going anywhere to start the night as the home team greets their visitors rather rudely. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fletcher. And they're able to get him on the ground. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. They're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. On the run, it's Randall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally determined.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire.
Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try.
Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Stop just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What?
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense takes matters into its own hands. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
How oftentimes can you say that there's a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Finds the tight end. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Under fire. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
The Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Canes come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks one deep. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack, punting the football.
Intercepted! intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority #1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Here's the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolute shame. Missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Takes a handoff. It's Randall. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the middle. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Trying to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Soft spot in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. A long way to go on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Klubnik. The screen, he can go. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. Oh, he's getting ahead. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. Offense getting set for 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. He'll take a deep shot here. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Dropping back, it's back. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. From the gun. Rushes on him. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Looking for room. It's Randall. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just hauls
it in the first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Tigers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Scanning the field, it's back. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Tiger! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Miami, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Pringle. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Just enough time to get off one more snap.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready, set. Let's go.
Looking to throw, it's back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. You knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Caught over the middle. It's Marion. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which color jerseys? A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Under fire. Under pressure and down he goes at the 33.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way behind. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Uncorks one. Snagged in the middle, it's Randall. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Got it in the middle. It's Randall. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Clemson will send the punt team out. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. That Miami offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal. Gets away from one, finds some space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Catch in the middle, it's Lofton. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You can just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. This offense has it with really good field position. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Got room on the return. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Randall. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Looking for space to the left. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. He's got it along the sideline.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense knew their assignment.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle.
Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Gets loose in the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Beck. Gonna let it fly. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man. It's Williams. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
He's going for it all. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Wants to throw again. Here's the pressure. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's back. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On his way from around the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback adapting. Rolling right and going deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The play action fake. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
I understand being aggressive. I get that. Play callers in today's era are aggressive as they've ever been. But at the same time, we got to understand fourth quarter, I got the lead. I've already messed it up once. I might want to try to think about what this guy can do.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Canes will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's back. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Got it behind the line. It's Fletcher.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better.
Going for it all. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Beck. The sweet feet buy a little time. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Trying play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, and certainly through the quarterback that you're going to...
Touchdown, Canes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out, but if nobody's open...
And he's got it inside the 35. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today